The Zacks rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zacks rank buys.
There's a technology company that our growth and income strategist Todd Bunton recently uncovered has both growth and income. Let's talk more about it now. The name of the company is Microchip Technology, MCHP. Have you talked about this one before?
I have, yeah, about a year ago. And the company actually, a few months ago, issued a warning and said that their products are in kind of the top of the cycle. But fortunately, that turned out to be just a short-term headwind, and they're back on top now. They basically, like you said, they're a tech company, so they basically manufacture specialized semiconductors for a variety of end markets. Their number one product being microcontrollers, which are embedded chips inside a variety of consumer electronics. Basically, anything that interacts with its user through kind of an LCD display or anything like that. Microwaves, cars, vacuums these days, all those things have these chips inside of them.
And they do some licensing too.
Yeah, they also license some technology out. That's about 4% of their revenue. But a very solid business. They have very wide profit margins, generate very strong returns on invested capital, solid balance sheet, strong free cash flow, which allows them to pay a solid dividend, which I'll talk about in a second. But in terms of growth, the company actually delivered a very solid beat back at the end of January. It was their fiscal 2015 third quarter. They delivered a beat on both the top and bottom lines and issued bullish guidance for the next quarter, which prompted analysts to revise their estimates significantly higher. I brought with me consensus estimates for this year and next year. You can see a nice bump in consensus estimates for the next 2 years, and also analysts were in 100% agreement. So that means they all raised their estimates after the last beat, which is a very good indicator, pointing to very strong earnings momentum here. Sent it to a Zacks rank of 2, which is a buy rating. And based on consensus estimates that you see here, analysts are expecting about 9% earnings growth this year and 17% growth next year. Cool. So good, solid growth. Now I will say
dividend.
They do pay a dividend. Yep. So it yields 2.9%. Very solid there. Like I said, solid balance sheet. They have a lot of cash on hand. Generate very strong free cash flow, and they have a history of increasing that dividend, at least slightly, but they do march it up about every quarter, usually by about 1/10 of a cent, but still good income here. And you can see compared to their peers, they do have one of the highest yields in the industry and some of the most reasonable valuation, and also very good earnings momentum. So they've got that nice blend of growth, income at a reasonable price. But you can see in general, the space that they're in, the semiconductor market, has been improving. So it has good earnings momentum throughout the industry. So solid industry rank here too. Really a lot to like about Microchip.
Do you own them?
I do not.
All right. Check out more stock information, articles, commentary, stock picks, and stock picking strategies on Zacks.com if you're not there already. Don't forget, you can also follow us on Twitter.com/Zacks Research, to be exact. With Todd, I'm Terry Ruffalo.